ideas crafted with a poet's ambition. Truth table written with life's intuition. Spices in the air singing sermons of taste. KD Moonchild paints flavors you can't waste. Come to the table, joy in your palm.
See you all. I was just reading the chat. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Katie Moonchild's world. You guys, it's funny. I'm reading the chat as you're all coming in. I love watching people come in. It's so fun. Oh, it's good to see everybody. Let me go ahead and move this over so you can see the chat too. Well, you can see the chat, but I mean, anyway, people who watch the replay and it hasn't put the chat isn't connected to it yet. Sometimes it takes YouTube a while, so that's why I want to put it on the screen so that right away we can go back and look at stuff. Yeah, my hair's all blowing around because I got a fan over here and a fan here. It's hot. Oh, sweetheart. What's going on with you, darling? Oh, you're very tired? Because you... Oh, sweetie. Kelly. Your cat was missing and you finally found him? I'm glad you found him. Little stink pot. Wow. My goodness. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I am. Ooh, what a cool name for a cat. Grayson. I've been thinking Karoo. I should have named him Hunter because that's all he does. I mean, he's sleeping on the floor close to the door. So if something comes in underneath the door, he can get it. He prefers to be up high as to be down lower, but yet he wants to sleep on the floor. But that's only by the door. Right now, he's over in the window on top of his house. He's gotten so big that the cat box tree thing I got for him when he was little, every time he jumps off of it, it almost flips off of the dresser I have it on in the window. I had to go out in the shop and in the shed and find a C-clamp to clamp it down so he couldn't knock it over. That's how big that cat's getting. I tell you, it's good to see you guys. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. This is how dense I am, but we're gonna start dense. I mean, like a rock some days. But we're gonna start out, of course, with our mindful prompt. And the reason I'm showing you the box, poor ratty thing, we've used it once or twice. It's for self-care and stress relief. This is initially designed for you to work for you as an individual. You in the morning you pull it and in the evening you do. But I thought it was good for all of us. And it didn't dawn on me why on the side it says be mindful in the idea space. Right? Well, no, you know how we keep pulling quotes from this guy, Clement de Crop, and I keep going, who is this guy? I finally looked him up. So the reason I'm telling you I am dense, he wrote a book called The Idea Space. Basically, this is his deck of cards. So I pulled our cards from there today. I got an idea space card, and it is profound. And it's him, Clement. Everybody wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves, but no one wants to be themselves. Do you really know yourself? Yeah. Everybody wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves, but no one wants to be themselves. So for today, instead of conforming to the status quo, be unapologetically you. However wacky or crazy that might be. Ooh, you got thunder and lightning going, Jenny? I didn't say hi to everybody individually. Hello, everybody. Let's dive right on in. But I love this quote. Everybody wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Is it because you're hiding from yourself? But no one wants to be yourself. So today, instead of conforming to the status quo, be unapologetically you. And the other quote is from the mindfulness section, and it's from Khalil Gibran. Hey. Between what is said and not meant, and what is meant and not said, most of love is lost. Tell a loved one something sincere today. Ooh, whoa, wait. Okay. I love that quote. It's a good quote, huh? But I like the conversation you guys are having. We're talking about tea and ice cream. Two of my favorite subjects, Kelly. You keep ah. You're keeping yourself awake with ice cream? That makes me sleepy. Hey, Sonia! Good to see you, Coffee Chat Oracle Girl. Hi, welcome, my love. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I was just telling everybody how dense I am. Let me tell you who Clement Decrop is. These are his cards that we look at every single week. The 100 mindfulness prompts for self-care and self-grief. He's a Belgian-born inventor, author, and entrepreneur known for his work in engineering and innovation, holding 45 patents. He's a very young man, too. He is also the author of The Idea Space. The Science of Awakening Your Non-Self, which explores consciousness and personal growth. Stop and think about the combination in his head. The man's an engineer and an inventor, but he's into consciousness and growth. That's why these cards are so profound for us every week. I love them, and they're not very expensive. I highly recommend everybody get this deck. It's nothing fancy. It's easy to shuffle because it has that matte kind of plastic feel to the cards. They're a plasticky card, so they're going to last a really long time, unlike the box. But that's cool. So I just kind of wanted to let you know I finally got smart, and let's see who this dude is. Well, he's an important dude, and he has a YouTube channel, which I just found a few minutes ago. I will put it in the description below. And as my hair flies away, I will put it in the description below. He doesn't have very many videos, and there's like 160 subscribers, but I'm going to check it out. I'm going to binge watch him today. I don't know about y'all. So I think a lot of, this is an interesting conversation. Allie, I think a lot of people grow up being ashamed Down by the adults around them. Yeah, slammed down by the adults around them. They try to be themselves, and the adults are like, "No, you must conform." I think we're all undoing that. As you age, you'll find you undo all that anyway because you wonder where that crap came from because most of it you don't even remember who told it to you. So I was watching a studio. I was watching a short a while ago, and this woman was really, I don't know, she was all still trying to make sure the people she knew in high school would not be ashamed of her. And I was going, one of the comments, the guy goes, "Hell, I don't even remember who I went to high school with, let alone whether they like me or not." And I'm going, "Yes, let it go. That's the best." Made my day. Uh, Speaking of making my day, let's pick a crystal card. Crystal cards. This is from the Illustrated Crystallary Oracle Cards. Yeah, I don't even remember the people I went to high school with, let alone whether they like me or not. I was like, yeah. Obviously, he doesn't live in the same town he went to high school in because they don't let you forget. That is, if it's a small town. You go, you live in the city, there's so many high schools you could go to. Private. Here we got private schools, charter schools, religious schools, and public schools. And you'd think Arizona would be way up there in education. Not so much. That's because the state can't decide what color, whether we're red or blue. I want us to be purple. That's fine. I don't mind conservative points of view. I can live with them. They can't live with me, but I can live with them. Yeah, they really do push conformity hard, Kelly. Yeah, some teachers. And I think that's just because they're just trying to get the kids to mind so that they can get the education plugged into them and get them out the door at the end of the day. They're not thinking about the long-term repercussions of that. Stop and think about it. You got 26, 30 kids in a room and you got to keep them under some kind of control. I no thanks. I love teachers because of their patience. Oh my goodness. I adore kids, but I couldn't handle that many. I used to work in a daycare center and I taught the 2.5 and 3-year olds. I had 8 of them. 8 kids, 2.5 to 3 years old. Yeah, found out I wasn't teacher material. See, that's why I say when you guys, I am not a career person. It's like, ooh, that job looks interesting. Let's learn how to do it. And I do it. Nah, I don't like that. Let's try on. That's just what I've done. And I'm not flaky. Nah, I just like doing lots of stuff. Card we're getting today. Oh, I love it. Ah, find your way home with turquoise. Dolly, look at that nest. Hey, you guys, you got nests in your trees? Dolly has a nest in her porch light. Oh, hi, hummingbird. Hummingbirds are gathering spider webs from around my windows. And so they come up really, really close. And the cat just loses it. He's sleeping right now and doesn't even know that hummingbird was right there. Anyway, Dolly's got a couple of robins that made a nest on top of her porch light. And they've hatched and they're doing it. They're so cute. One didn't, there was 3 babies, but one didn't make it. Nature works that way. Doing chores while you're listening? Good. So, this turquoise We're used to turquoise. I have lots of the stuff. I love it. But it's in the ground underneath where I set my feet here. Lots of turquoise in Arizona. So, the book says it has a Mohs hardness of 5 to 6. Guess I could hold up the card for you, huh? You can always find your way home, turquoise assures, and she should know. She has traveled by caravan across the Silk Road and escorted royalty on byways between life and death. Turquoise is a wayfinder and companion for when the path is unknown or feels treacherous. Whether it is real time or in the shadowed lands of journeys and dreams, she offers protection to the parts of your psyche that are lost, scared, or hidden away. There is a tension to being human, to having a yin and yang aspect, which occasionally conflict, leaving you simultaneously wanting to stretch your wings and never leave the nest. Turquoise gets it. Go and grow, she whispers. I will help you find your way home. Wow, I got goosebumps. I love it when I get touched. Don't you? I knew there's a reason I love turquoise. And in the big book, oh, I was watching The Crystal Collector on YouTube, and he was in California digging tourmalines. Oh my goodness. I want to go. I want to do that. Oh, do I ever? Do I ever? Turquoise, turquoise. There you are. Okay. Its color is green or blue. It is opaque, often veined, all sizes, often polished. The rarity, it's easily obtained. The source, it comes from the United States, Egypt, Mexico, China, Iran, Peru, Poland, Russia, France, Egypt, Afghanistan, and Arabia. I think we left out Antarctica and the Arctic. Yeah, we got Poland, so we got the Scandinavian. I'm sure it's probably in Scandinavian countries too. Anyway, turquoise is the most efficient healer, providing solace for the spirit and well being for the body. It is a protective stone and has been used for amulets since time immemorial. It is believed to change color, to warn of danger or infidelity. Turquoise promotes spiritual attunement and ensures communication with the physical and spiritual worlds. In healing, it strengthens the meridians of the body and subtle energy fields. It enhances the physical and psychic immune systems and generates tissue, supports the assimilation of nutrients, alleviates pollution and viral infection, and heals the whole body, especially the eyes. Including cataracts. It reduces excess acidity and benefits gout, rheumatism, and the stomach. This stone is anti inflammatory and detoxing and alleviates cramps and pain. Where you should wear it, the position you should wear it is anywhere, but especially on the throat, third eye, and solar plexus. It makes an excellent elixir. That's interesting. I'm gonna guess I got to get out my turquoise jewelry. I am having a difficult time with jewelry. That's why no bracelets. I first started this channel. I was like bracelets and ringed out and My body don't want it now. My energy, it rejects it. So these rings that I'm wearing right now are mostly stainless steel. Otherwise, they tarnish like that. I don't know what happened. They're out of the nest. You just checked. Oh my gosh, they fledged already? Dolly! And we were concerned about how it was going to be with building the garage. And those babies. Yay, I'm so glad. Well, speaking of things outside, you guys, I didn't make a garden video, but I want to show you some things. I was out there this morning. Let me show you some of this stuff. I got a little bit of, oh, come on. My mouse times out too quick. But here we go. How do you like them? There's me garden, y'all. There's my garden. On the right and the left, right here in the front. I don't know if you can you see? I don't think you can see my pointer. On the right and the left to the front of us is radishes, and right in front of the front door, you can barely see them, is spinach. Right behind the spinach is a big patch of carrots that are coming up. And then on each side, I have two kinds of beets. And in the in-between spaces, I have thyme and creeping thyme, as well as marigolds to help keep the bugs away. In this trough here in the front, I have chives growing, and more creeping thyme. You want to see a little closer? Here we go. And there you go. You can see all the different stuff. Radishes in the front. Right directly in front, it looks like grass. Believe it or not, that's spinach. Yeah. I'm just, you can just barely see the carrots in the middle. Now, here's something I got a bit of a puzzlement for y'all. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I'm so excited, Sonia. Ah! Look at these. This is little mushrooms. They're transparent and extremely delicate, and they're only there when I go out just as after the sun is coming up. There, that green is a baby mesquite tree. I'm going to have to put it in a small pot and think about planting it somewhere else. But look at those itty bitty, and those mushrooms are about the size of if you were to look down on the tip of your finger. That's how big around they are. Oh, please. Cute. Oh, hun, you're here. That's what matters. Look at those. Those are called pleated ink caps. And by the time the sun goes up full, they're gone. They're very delicate. As you can see, they're very see-through. They dehydrate real fast and they're gone. I was like, I saw those this morning. And I was like, oh, I got to show these to everybody. Aren't they cool? I am feeling very accomplished today. I got the 4x4 bed filled with soil. So now only thing I have left to do, let me come back to me. Hi. So now the only thing I have left to do is the great big bed, the 12-footer. Yeah. And I have just enough soil left in the mound to do that. Luckily, that'll be easier to do because it's a little closer to the mound. So that's the one that gets the squash and the corn and those kind of fun things growing in it. I'm so excited to have this kind of garden. It's like just watching the miracle of it going through all this work and moving the dirt and adding Um, I have earthworm inoculated soil. It has earthworm eggs in it. So it will continue to keep my beds all nice and rich because each one of my beds is now going to become an earthworm farm. So you got to keep the earthworms alive. So I've got straw coming to mulch everything with. And I bought this really interesting chicken wire. It is actually knit, like run through a knitting machine. It comes out and is a tube about this wide, big around, but all folded flat. And it looks like a sweater, but it's really fine wire. And it cuts with scissors real easy. So I just cut it right down one side so it will be twice as wide. And it's stretchy because it's knit. Um, I have to do something to keep the rabbits and the lizards out. They like to eat the seedlings. So that's why I have so many seedlings in the covered one is I zip it closed every night. They can't get in there. So yeah, I just was like, you guys look. And then the other day I was out and about. Dolly and I were watching a video, the crystal collector again. He was at the Painted Desert and the Petrified Forest National Parks here in Arizona. So I told her, "Oh, I've got some petrified wood out in my yard. I got a great big chunk of it in my garden from the Petrified Forest." And then I thought, well, let's go out there and look at it. It might be kind of gem quality. So I went and looked and found this out there in my daddy's collection. I want to slice this and see what it looks like on the inside, you guys. Look at the quartz in this. And look here. It's an agate. See the veins? Kind of hard to see. It's really heavy. Look how big that is. So now I'm like pricing rock saws, lapidary saws, because I'd like to just slice it this way. Just so that it splits open like that. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, how deep? I did, Rose. I put, Rose is asking in the bottom of them what the sizes are. They are 1 foot deep. So I have about 6 inches of cardboard and old Amazon boxes. We've all got a collection of Amazon boxes. So I just took my Amazon boxes apart and laid them in the bottom. First, there's plastic, black garbage bags. I slid that down the side. That was cheaper than buying black yard plastic. Plus, I already had the garbage bags. I didn't have to buy them separate. Um, then there's a layer of um, just yard trimmings, leaves and branches and whatever. I think there's even bits of I found the other day. I pulled out. I'm like, "What's this?" And a big piece of plastic, some plastic bag. Somebody had fallen out of somebody's garbage can. Ended up in the bottom. So there's about that much deep of fill. That's just yard stuff. The rest of it is all that soil, and I'm putting in that earthworm stuff, which is wet and very heavy, and I got to mix that in. I added diatomaceous earth for silicone, mixed that in. And then I spray it with water on the top to just kind of settle everything and get it to start with lots of nitrogen in that earthworm stuff. I found little turds about this big ground that are full of lots of grass. So I'm going, horse poop. It's either horse or yeah, it's horse. It's either horse or goat, but I'm pretty sure it's a horse. So that's cool. That's cool. High in nitrogen. I'll feed them little earthy worms. Earthworms don't occur here naturally. Our ground is too hard. We need them. But there's no nutrients in the ground. It's just baked and washed and baked and washed and baked and washed. Everybody goes, washed? You're in the desert. What are you talking about, girl? When it rains so fast and so hard, it washes off. It does soak in, but it washes away. My hair keeps landing in my mouth. Sorry. I'm thinking that's where those little mushroom spores came from, is the earthworm mix. Yeah. And that earthworm mix was 40 pounds a bag. I'm like thinking, it only covers like a yard. Why is it so heavy? It's wet. It is really wet inside. So I'm glad I wasn't paying for a price per pound. I'd be buying a lot of water. But yeah. Oh, and it's black. What I show you, well, here you go. See all the dark stuff? There's the dark stuff. See the bigger pieces? Those are little turds. Those are little bits and pieces of horse poop. That is from that earthworm soil. It's good stuff. I have planted, I guess it's going to be a live stream a lot about the garden, huh? I've planted a lot of, I planted lemon balm, dill. I have 2 kinds of basil, 3 kinds. Regular, just normal globe basil, purple basil, and Thai basil. I have creeping thyme all over the place growing. I have nasturtiums and because you can eat those. Hi, Teresa Levine. Good to see you, sweetie. You can eat the nasturtium flowers. So I have them. They're really pretty. They're growing in the pots. So I'm just mixing herbs and flowers and vegetables all together. And I'm calling it, that's Hope's Secret Garden. Back when we were all closed up and shut down for COVID, the universe brought me a stray kitty cat. And that kitty cat caught a baby bunny and the baby bunny was injured bad, but I tried to rescue and just try to get it to stay alive long enough to get it to an animal rehabilitator. But it died. I named it Hope. So I buried it out in my garden beside my fountain. And that's why it's called Hope's Garden, is because that little baby bunny is buried out there. We won't go into the story about what happened to the kitty cat because that makes me angry. My neighbors took her. They took her to a shelter, actually, and she got a new home. And I'm sure the new home that she got was way better than the one I had. So it all works out for the best. It always does. We all get our panties in a wad over stuff. And, really, seriously. In the end, how important is it? Seriously. Anyway, let's pull some cards. What do you say? We're halfway through. My goodness, I'm always shocked at how fast the hour goes. I hope you guys had a good holiday weekend. It's not really a holiday, but 3-day weekend. That's one thing I don't wish people is happy Memorial Day. It's not supposed to be a happy occasion. I have a first cousin that was killed in Vietnam, so he's the one that I think about the most. But in my family, I have veterans who have been in every single war we fought in this country since the Revolutionary War. My people came here in 1693. So let's pick us some stones here. Let's do some gratitude. Some gratitude. Oh, I got 4 of them today. Now I got a lap full of rocks. Cool. Oh, I love these. Let me put excuse me a second while we put the rest of them back in the bag. I find that if I leave them in the bag and try to pull them out of the bag, I seem to always pull the same ones. So I do these things every day. They're give me a really cool message every day. So we got 5. Mmm. Hmm. Okay. First one is love. Oh, your grandpa was in the Mexican American War and World War One. Cool. First one is love. Second one is dream. The next one. Ooh, I love the markings in this stone. Blessed. Look at, I love how that stone is striped. Courage. I want to know, what kind of sentence would you guys put together with love, dream, blessed, courage? Well, I get some cards here. We're going to use the growth mindset affirmation cards to go along with these stones. You guys got an idea of a sentence? Love, dream, blessed, courage. Through love, we will find the blessed courage we dream of. How's that sound? With love, we find the blessed courage that we dream of. We have to go with the word love today. I'm just in a really good mood today. Dream of love and blessed courage. I love that, Rose. That's the best. Dream of love and blessed courage. Yeah. How's your dad doing, Rose? Sweetheart. He's been in my prayers. So, first one to go with love. Oh, I like that. With love, it says, I am proud of myself for being a hard worker. What's something I've worked really hard to achieve this week? How did this make me feel? What helps me stay motivated to work hard? What are the daily habits that keep me on track? Do I ever procrastinate or avoid doing something because I know it will require a lot of hard work? What can I do to overcome this? That's the love card. Which days I don't like to work hard. And it's a self care thing. On those days where I don't feel like working hard, I don't work, I don't bust my butt. You know, he's okay for now. You'll call your mom shortly. Okay. Okay, hon. Have the courage to dream, love, and be blessed. I like that too, Sonia. Ooh. Card for dream. A card for dream. Yes, the dream card. I start each day with a positive attitude. I am ready for whatever comes my way. What does my morning routine look like? How does this help set me up for my success today? What are some of my daily habits that contribute to my health and well being? What are 3 things I am looking forward to today? Hey, we can all do that. What are 3 things that might bring joy in this moment? Hmm. You guys being here brings me all the joy I need in this moment. I love this when we get together. What is my first thought when I wake up each morning? Am I happy with this? That's probably the biggest question of all on all of that. What's your first thought in the morning? Are you happy with that first thought? Dare to dream. Start each day with a positive attitude. Remember your dreams, I just heard. Thank you. And we need one for blessed. Very good. I rewire my brain by finding a different strategy. The struggle means I'm getting close. What does it mean to rewire my brain? When I'm struggling with something, what are some of the ways to inspire a new perspective in my problems? Examples: take a break, do a mindless task, change your environment, challenge your assumptions. What have I discovered about myself when I think back on a time I struggled to learn something? Yeah, blessed learning. What does it mean to rewire your brain? How much of what we carry around in here was put on us by something else or someone else or some experience we've had? We need to sort through all that and let go of stuff that we don't want around us anymore. It doesn't serve. It's heavy to carry. So what do we do and let it go? So our final stone is courage. Have the courage to dream, love, and be blessed. Dream of love and blessed courage. Through love, I dream my dreams and I achieve blessed courage. Next, courage card. This one gave me goosebumps. Okay, let's see if we can get the glare off of it. I am patient. Something may take more time, but I will find a way. Wow. What is something I have done in the past that required a lot of patience? How did this make me feel? How do I feel when I'm impatient? Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is the one thing I'm having a hard time being patient about right now? How can I overcome this? Patience is a hard lesson. But our courage. Our courage is in buttoning the lips, being patient, observing, and then acting, not reacting. You choose when you choose to act instead of react. You're you're changing the intensity volume of the situation. You got multitude. Patience. Yeah. And in your demonstrations, if you're out there being a part of the resistance and you're demonstrating, do it with patience while you're watching everywhere around you, paying attention to everything and everyone. Oh my goodness, totally be aware. You're brave. I love you all for doing that, whoever is out there participating in that. If you're lurking, or if you're here on the replay and you're taking part in demonstrations, God bless you in every way. May the creator of the world hold you up for being our voice. As I say, each one of us in this that we're going through in this shift right now, in this change, we have a choice in how we want to participate. Do we want to be the sage that keeps the story of the facts of everything that happened? Do we want to be the resistance fighter and the warrior? And do we want to be the rebuilder? Which one of those three will you become in the years ahead? I hope to be here with you all and being connected to you all to see how we all progress in this. Myself personally, I think I was destined to be the scribe. I'm a writer. I'm supposed to write this stuff down. But that's a part of rebuilding. So I'm keeping very quiet. I'm trying to keep very quiet. Thank God for blue sky. That's all I got to say. I can go over there and vent, and then I'm done. Yeah, and you're safe venting over there. You trying to figure out your part? I think, Kelly, right now, your part is in healing. And as you heal, those pieces will come together. I have been an active, voiceful advocate and activist my whole life. And as a woman of 67, it's time for me to be the wise sage now in all of this. I watched the things come together. I worked hard for the things that we have lost. And it's really hard not to take it personally and want to be the warrior. But I've been the warrior for so long. It's time to hand that mantle over to someone who is younger and definitely more fit, whether it's physically or mentally. Someone who can go the distance where I possibly cannot because of just an aged body. Not an aged head. It's dense, just not aged. Okay. Oh, I love it, you guys. So, we're all ashamed of stuff that's going on, and you have to keep in mind that isn't us. That doesn't represent us, and the whole world knows that. It represents a faction. And that faction's burning itself out. They're fighting amongst each other. Greed feeds greed. There can only be one person who's the most greedy and ends up with everything. So what happens to everybody else? This is what cracks me up. So I'm just watching going, yeah, okay. Okay. Who was the darling 3-4 years ago is now the enemy. And it's just, it's interesting. It's, as a script writer, I can tell you right now, you couldn't sell this damn script because nobody would believe it. in the past. And now it's like on HBO. I forget the name of the show. I don't obviously don't watch it, but I watch strange things, you guys. Stuff like documentaries, and I watch a lot of Gaia TV. So I'm constantly learning new things, spiritual stuff. You know, there's a couple of websites, apps. Go back into Blue Sky. I'll go into Blue Sky and dig them out, and I will post them in my community page for you guys. One of them is five something, five connect, I think. You hit that number, and it says, and you type in your message, and it sends it automatically to all your representatives. You don't have to individually send it to each one of them. It sends them because I was like, I got an email from the MAGA congressman here, Juan Ciscomani. And I'm going, what the hell are you contacting me for? Oh, yeah, I forget. I'm a registered independent. Nope. It's because I hit that 5 connect and got another letter from Mark Kelly, which I love it when I get those. And then I got the one from him, and I keep getting ones from him. So now they're going in the trash. He doesn't have my vote. And we got someone who's running for governor. And I noticed all of a sudden her ads disappeared. But it was full on. It was the president, the current president, saying that he fully supports her. And that everybody should vote for her because he fully supports her. And it was just saturated here. And then all of a sudden, they're gone. I don't think that'll get you elected anymore to have his support. Let's pull a self care card. Let's pull some self care cards. That's really imperative right now. I can't get that across to you more. Two and a half years of healing journeys. Yeah, Dolly has been going through some massive changes since I met her. She about worked herself to death when I first met her. And it's showing in your health now. But your health's coming together. I think you're at the tail end of it now. How's the knee, Dolly? After you went to PT today. She was a naughty girl all weekend. She did a lot of walking. That's, hey, she felt like doing a lot of walking. That's awesome. You call your reps and donate, etc. Yeah, yeah, 5 calls app. Thank you, Kelly. I think that's what's going on, and I'm figuring out. Yeah, you know, you were sick for so long. I remember when I had finished all of my treatment and stuff. It took me a good 5 years to get just the chemical fog out of my head from all the treatments and stuff they pumped in me. So don't be in a hurry, beautiful. It's quite a journey coming back. It's a beautiful journey coming back from cancer, I promise. You're tired. Yeah, I know you are, sweetheart. Lunchtime, you get when we're done here, you get a sandwich and a nap. Oh, you guys, I wanted to tell you. You see these things on me? Look at this. Those are mine. I normally do the fake things because I can't grow my own nails. Those are my nails. You know why? You know what I did? What I've been doing for the last 6 weeks? I've been taking sea moss gel. My nails are hard. My skin is changing. My appetite is different. Uh, my digestion seems to be better. I highly recommend the stuff. Now, you got to get the texture. If you're a person who's kind of weird on textures, it could be to take like I do. I take it by the spoon. I do 2 spoons every day out of my jar, and I make my own. Yeah, you make your own too? Yes. Actually, I got it right here. My dry sea moss that I get. I don't know what kind you get, Sonia. I get the Elderwise Organics brand. Right there. I got a couple bags. Each one of these makes 24 ounces of the stuff. That's a lot. Doesn't have any flavor. It tastes a little salty, like the sea. So you add whatever you want to it. I put whatever fruit I put in my smoothies. If you don't like the texture of pudding, don't take it by the spoonful. Otherwise, put it in your smoothies. You can put it in your food. It's really good for you. Apparently, because it's sure changing me. One of my side effects from cancer was it really depleted the collagen. My skin, that's why I get these. Let's see, let's find one. Here's one. I get these dark, bloody looking spots. Most of them have healed. That's the other thing. I'm not getting them as bad. So my skin is definitely happier. What do you have to do to make it? I soak it for 7 hours, rinse it. You run it through your fingers kind of to get any sand or because it's seaweed, sand or dead little critters or whatever out of it. It's usually pretty well pre-washed, but there might be little bits of stuff that come out. Then you pour that off. I've been saving that. I put it out in the garden, what I wash. It's like fish emulsion. Why not? It's like putting kelp in your garden. Um, Besides that, I don't want to be wasteful. Water is expensive around here. uh, and then you put it back in some filtered water. I use purified water, zero water from my pitcher, and lime juice. And then you let it soak and get as big as you want to order it. I get it from Walmart. You get it as big, it'll grow until it pretty much stops, but it gets 4 times that size and almost clear. Put it in your blender with whatever fruit or flavor you want to add. I made pineapple. You see the batch I have in my jars right now. Made 2 jars. Pineapple, raspberry, and passion fruit. In the blender until you get it all just as smooth as you can be. Pour it in a glass, put it in your fridge. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Mm. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't boil it or anything. I just mix it with water in the blender and zizz it up, and then you keep it in your fridge. So I love it. I love it. Where do you order it? Amazon has it. This particular brand I ordered it from from Walmart.com. I also need to tell you guys, I'm getting rid of Walmart. I won't be ordering so much from them anymore. Found out my insurance benefits that help me pay for my food. I can get it now through Safeway, Vons, and Albertsons. Smaller company. Oh, Sonia, I love you. Thank you for coming, darling. Thanks for being here. We're right at the hour. And so I'm going to pull this self-care card and then we'll look at the back side of our mindfulness cards. You have a wonderful day. I hope everything goes well for you. And I miss talking to you on Instagram all the time, darling. We need to talk more. My friend, see ya. What brand do I get? Well, if you want to give it a try just to see how it works, you can get the, I think it's called True Sea Moss. If you want to order that stuff, this stuff is made, this that I get, here it is right here. Plant-based source of daily minerals, lab-tested, wildcraft certified, ethically harvested. That's the other thing. You want to make sure you're getting really healthy ones because there's people that will try to grow it in their, some people grow it in their swimming pools on a rope. I'm not kidding. So, but this one is, this is the stuff. It's Elderwise. And this comes from the island of St. Lucia. And if you want to on YouTube, just do a YouTube search for make your own sea moss gel. And you'll come up with all kinds of different people, different, I found new sources for organic, all kinds of organic foods and stuff just by following up on some of these YouTube channels. What's it called? Have a cat tail. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Somebody woke up. Say hi, doody doody. Don't walk on the computer, please. I would greatly appreciate it if you did. You good boy. Let's get that self-care card for us today. Oh, don't lay on the computer. Yeah, okay. Self-care card we get. And I love that it's the number 2. You know the number 2 is the number of love, right? In numerology. You need to spend some alone time. And what you do in that alone time is how you're going to grow. Something for you. Where's that place you like to go that's quiet and that your family won't freak out if you disappear for a little while? Oh, you get your new tires on Saturday? Yay, Rose. But yeah, this is a great card. Spend some time alone this week. Hi, Iron Wolf Productions. Welcome. Good to see you. Nils. Welcome. Yeah, spend some time with you this week. Set some time aside to get to know you, to ask yourself questions. Maybe sit outside on a pretty day and listen to the birds and try to figure out, "Ooh, that bird's got a cool sound. What kind of bird is that?" 4 of them for $288 for 4 tires. That's, wow, that's a good deal, girl. Way to go. Way to go. Yeah. It's all a perspective thing. Spend some time alone. Um, Shut out all the other talking heads like me. And go listen to the birds. Go hang out outside. I almost got stung by a bee yesterday, but you know what? I didn't panic. It was like, oh, hey, pollinators! Yay, come into my garden. Even though I don't have flowers yet, we barely have big plants, but It's okay. It's good. It's all good. So, pull in another one. Here you go. But if you got the time, the inclination, and the money, or if you don't even have the time, inclination, and the money, go get a massage. Have someone you love give you a massage. Just take care of you. Honor you today, like we honored our veterans over the weekend. Honor you. Celebrate you this weekend. And things won't be quite so overwhelming, I think. Yeah. One thing that helps me, I don't know about you guys, is knowing we're all in this together. If I'm struggling, I know everybody else is too. So that's why I keep telling you guys we can do this together. The other thing is, it goes with our turquoise. As you're heading home, grab someone else's hand and take them with you. Take them home with you. Now, our nighttime messages from here. First one from Clement de Crop. Everybody, this is the nighttime version of everyone wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves, but no one wants to be themselves. Your office this time of year is outside. You tend to work better outside on the back deck. Yes. Well, let me tell you, Nels, right now my office is in my garden because I'm building a garden and raised bed, filling them up and planting plants, watching them grow. I'm eating it, soaking it up. I'm loving my work. My other work is here with you guys. So, after you've spent your day, instead of conforming to the status quo, you got to be apologetically you today. Tonight, we want you to reflect on what being human means. There will always be one thing that we can relate on. We're all human. We all make mistakes. And we're all here to learn. Same gentleman. What a man. Interesting fellow. I'm going to watch all his YouTube channels. I think there's 60 videos maybe. Is there someone that you dislike? What problems do you think they face? Is there any way you can relate to them? Being human means there will always be one thing that we can relate on. That's how we find our way back to each other as a country. We can all relate on one thing. We're human beings who screw up. Time to get it right, don't you think? And the mindfulness card between what is said and not meant, and what is meant and not said, most of love gets lost. Tell a loved one something sincere today. And then tonight, after you've done that, you gonna eat that turquoise card? Okay, kitty. Know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What do you love about yourself? Ooh-wee. That's from Margaret Wolf Hungerford. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What do you love most about yourself? Yeah, music unites everyone. It sure does. But you know what? In a way, it can be a division too, because you got people who like country and people who like rock or people who like classical. It's like when you start falling into that, and I just like the beat. Give me the tune, give me the beat. Can I sing to it? Oh, I like it even better. Yeah, music unites everyone. Absolutely. Well, you guys, here we are again. It's over an hour. I love you guys so much. I thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me and making the start of my week exactly as it should start, filled with love and joy and laughter and friendship and family. Thanks, guys. I'm going to send you out and take care. Have a great week. Dolly is not going live tomorrow. She has other stuff she's got to take care of. Sonia, I don't know. She's gone now. I should have asked her if she's going to be live on Friday. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Saturday with Saturday Solutions. Love you guys so much. I thank you so much for being here. Bye now. Hey. Oh, you're going to be like that, huh? Okay.